What's going on, guys? XQ420 here. You know how we do it. We lay bows on them. We smack it down. We're rolling out a fresh one for you today. Today's video. Watch out for your job. Why they over here talking to you about COVID? Need to wear your mask. Stay at home. They trying to find out a way to replace you. Let's jump into it. Alright, so this article right here from the Blaze, we're going to hit multiple articles on this, just, spanning the globe a little bit. But this one right here, Walmart replaces all cashiers with self-checkout in one store. And they may roll it out all over the country if it works out. And trust me, it's going to work out. You think they ain't already thought of this? It's going to work out for them. Said superstore giant Walmart is testing out a new policy replacing all cashiers at one of their stores with self-checkout kiosk, and they're considering doing this all over the country. Alright, so all over the country. So you talking about those jobs are gone now. So Walmart, man, they employ a lot of people. So you talking about all those people just starting to flood into the job market. Where they going to go? Who going to hire them? And if Walmart started, why can't somebody else start it too? It says, man, we're going to just self-checkout kiosks too. Bye. Now when everybody gets on board, what everybody going to be doing? Sitting at the house? Waiting for somebody to send them a check? That's what it looks like. So they said the pilot program has been implemented at their store in Fayetteville, Arkansas. But if it is successful, it could be heading to stores all across the country. It's talking about if. They're talking about, man, they know it's going to be successful. It's talking about if. You talking about you can have a 15 kiosks and just have one person working that whole area. Yeah, it's successful because all they do is just stand there and look at people. The thing go off, you buy some beer. Let me see your ID. Knock it in. Somebody scans something, they don't pick up. They punch it. So, I mean, how many folks you need? So they said customers that need assistance will still be able to get help from employees. Said a spokesperson at Walmart. So we still have real people, just not as many, We're just going to shun the rest of them. They said the goal of the program. Now watch this, guys. Watch how they always spin this for you. The goal of the program is to increase safety in the wake of the coronavirus epidemic by limiting human interaction. That's what they want to do. That's what this is all about. Limit your interaction, and we got you by the belt. You're not together, none of you. They always gonna throw safety in your face. Oh, this is keep you safe. I mean, are you? I mean, is that what you're doing? Sound like you cutting me out of a job. Hey, I know you ain't got no job and you got to go stand in the food line, for 4 or 5 hours to get you a box of whatever they put in there. But at least you're safe. It said an added benefit is an increase in speed of checking out purchases. So now they're saying, hey, cashiers, y'all slow. Y'all too slow. So now they're hating on you like that. I said, dang, bud, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I guess not. Too slow. Too slow and it's not safe. I got you. Safety. Said feedback from customers and employees will be used to gauge the successfulness of the program. Well, don't nobody want to talk to nobody right now. They don't want to get close to nobody. So you know what the program going to say? It's going to say that it's successful. I mean, how is it not going to say that it's not successful? Nobody want to get close to anybody right now. Scared to death. So yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, it was successful. So the increase in self-checkout kiosks may have important ramifications for the nationwide minimum wage debate. Said Walmart is the largest private employer in the world with 2.2 million employees, and also the largest in the United States with 1.3 million workers. So this is huge. So there's gonna be a whole lot of folks go out of a job, bud. Let's say you talk about, I'll probably say 300,000-400,000, probably, maybe more, maybe 5-6. Because, I mean, now you won't have the overhead of having to have a manager look after those people. So now you can cut some of those jobs. Man, it's just cutting. They just cut, and then they cut until, they making all the money, the people at the top. That's the way to do it. So they said it would also have implications for the question of how many of the jobs that have been lost during the course of the coronavirus pandemic will be lost permanently. And that would be a lot. That's the thing that nobody's talking about. They just keep telling you, "Oh man, we'll keep you safe, man. We got to keep you safe." I mean, what's out here, and if you're here working, you're not safe. So just stay at the house, and we're gonna furlough you. You'll be back. And then they're like, well, we made those kiosks, so we don't need you no more. But thank you, though. Thank you. It said in April 2019, Walmart announced that they would be expanding their fleet of robots to replace human workers in specific jobs. So that's back in 19. They were talking about. They were already trying to get folks to boot anyway. It said, man, this pandemic hit. Now all of a sudden, that's going to give us more reason to get folks to boot. Man, we don't need none of y'all. None of y'all at all. They ain't the only ones that's doing this though. Amazon, they're a leader in robotics. And they said their Amazon workers must have an idea that their jobs to be taken over by robots, especially after the online retailer had an embarrassing several months during the virus pandemic, resulting in shipping delays and product shortages due to a huge demand surge for online items. But also, employees contracted the deadly virus, resulting in some facilities to shut down for sanitation operations. Okay, so there it is. So now Amazon. I'll roll right down here and show you this the high pick, the A42D. So this high pick A42N is the first carton picking ACR. It uses cartons as the handling units rather than only totes. Its 3D visual recognition technology identifies goods without the need of codes, resulting in faster inventory count. Through shelf scanning, it supports multi-size carton tote picking and can be applied to multiple business needs. The software platform is tailored to support case picking and piece picking. Cartons and totes can be reused to lower costs, the release says. So the only thing if you right now, you need to be learning how to work on these machines from what it looks like, because, but we ain't gonna need you. Look at this thing. This thing gonna run right across. You don't need no ladder or nothing. You just go, yep. All right, there you go. Yep, next. So what usually has hundreds of people working there, they have 5 folk working. So and it says right here, this could be the robot Amazon uses to replace human pickers in its vast network of warehouses across the country. The online retailer can't afford labor disruptions like it did during the first wave of the pandemic. Now, let me tell you something about that. Talking about it can't afford it. Jeff Bezos is the owner of Amazon, and his wealth has went up since the pandemic hit. So they talking about they can't afford labor disruptions. Man, he gained like $10-20 billion during this time. And he talking about a labor disruption. You see how they spend that? Oh, we're trying to keep people safe, and you can get sick, so I don't want you to get sick. I want you to be at the house. So I'm gonna hire this robot to do everything you do. See what I'm saying? They gonna flip it on you. They're gonna flip it on you. I click on another article. It said robots and social distancing will revolutionize restaurants in post-COVID world. So now they got the robots up here bartending for you. So they said prior to the COVID-19 outbreak, the trend was in place for the AI and automation to displace tens of millions of jobs over this decade. Not just a few, but tens of millions. Replacing workers with robots has certainly been thrown into hyperdrive in the post-corona world. So all this dude's just speeding it up. They're like, man, we got to get some robots in here. He in here, I ain't got to worry about shutting down. So it says strict social distancing enforced by some countries is now giving way to reduced forms of distancing in daily life. This is precisely what is happening in South Korea, with some bars and restaurants reopening. Said at Coffee Bar K in Seoul, a robo bartender has replaced a human and can make perfect cocktails in fraction of a time. Now they already made this thing that can just dole out the cocktails. And you see my man right here, I guess he just dusting it up, or maybe he working on it. But hey, it looks kind of creepy back there, I ain't gonna lie to you. You go up and ask him Jack and Coke or something like that. That's a little bit too simple. What's it? Miami Vice or something like that. Man, be like, he just knock it right out for you. And so this bar is encouraging customers to return, promoting its use of robots preparing drinks in a contactless environment as a bid to attract patrons and increase sales. So they probably have you walk up in this box of plexiglass. They spray you down with this mist, and you walk up, and you tell them what you want to drink, and then you walk back through. They respray you, and they funnel you through. It's just too much, man. We're just eliminating life all the way together. I mean, life worth living. That's what I thought. So this says, since this space is usually filled with people, customers tend to feel very anxious. Human bartender Cho Won Woo said, I think they will feel safer if the robot makes and serves the ice rather than if we do it ourselves. Is that how you actually feel? Human bartender. I hope you own the bar, because that means you getting the boot, man. He said, down the street, a robot arm shakes up drinks for thirsty consumers at the Cafe Bot Bar. Bot. Wow. Manager Kim Taiwan said customers feel much safer with robots handling drinks than humans. So they're trying to just take away all human contact, but it's just, man, you just see everybody digitally. You just stay in your house. I don't know if you've seen the movie Surrogates, Bruce Willis, but pretty much nobody lived in their own body. They would sit in the bed and they would strap this thing over their head and eyes, and they pretty much read their brain functions through this robot, and the robot would live your life. You just see what was going on and everything. And then there was, of course, there was a zone where there was just plain humans, just they were against it. But I'm against that. I mean, dang, bud, I want to go around and have a robot out there. I mean, that takes away the jargon. Sometimes you get a bartender, you talk to them and all that stuff, human interaction. Yeah, so they also talk about concentrating on the front end of restaurants. Operators and managers like have to readjust the dining floor with social distance plexiglass. Look at this stuff. I mean, look at this right here. NYC Brooklyn Chop House plexiglass dividers. Man, what is this? You come up, you be coming up, peek around the corner at them. Y'all guys need anything? Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all guys need anything? I mean, you got to cover your mouth. It's like, dude, it's just too much. A plexiglass divider at tables, ultraviolet thermal body scanner at the entrance, and increasing online delivery via food lockers. What? Man, we just getting way out there. And look at this other thing they got up here. I guess these are the food lockers right here. You come right up, they put your food in it. Brooklyn Dumpling Shop food locker. I mean, there you go. That's what you don't get to talk to nobody. You don't get to have no banter. I mean, you might meet the love of your life. I mean, that's out the question now. Got to go on Tinder now. Well, you know what you're gonna get on there. It's a tough time and a headache. And then look at these right here. A Plexi Eat. I mean, another way to boost sales and save the collapsing restaurant industry is to install plexiglass bubbles called Plexi Eat, which are suspended from the ceiling and sit around a patron's head. At the same time, they have dinner, ensuring social distancing and a reduction in virus transmission inside the facility. But I mean, look at this thing right here. And they got one of them dolls over there too. Hope it ain't one of them risque dolls. Y'all check out the old video on that. Hope it ain't one of them. But look, the place to eat, man, you gonna go to dinner, you gonna have this thing wrapped around your head. You like, dude, I'm going home, man. I ain't even want to eat there. You might as well just close the restaurant down. We jump on this last article right here, where amid the coronavirus pandemic, many companies could replace their workers with robots. So one CEO said the machine doesn't fall ill. Machine don't fall ill. So they're like, hey, I'm just gonna replace you, buh. So they said the coronavirus pandemic has destroyed tens of millions of American jobs. How many of them will come back? And not as many as you think they will. So that might be one of the most pressing questions of the COVID-19 recession. Arguably, no other downturn has threatened to leave American life so unrecognizable. So what will the labor market look like in 6 months or 10 years? It's going to look rough. If y'all ain't believing it, that's what it's going to be. So the guy, Raven Jesu Thazin, I mean, but everybody got these crazy names. Oh, I'm a Raven. He's Raven. He said, we know from history every time we've had a recession, we've come out of it with more automation. And we're in the mother of all recessions right now. And he's right about that. Okay, so one of the things I asked in the Raven guy, I said, which industries are moving quickest with automation? So where you're seeing a surge in demand, you're seeing more automation. For example, many banks are seeing a spike in calls as a result of the CARES Act. And instead of hiring talent, banks are speeding up robotic automation and chatbots to handle the routine transaction requests. So, hey, one thing, people at banks, you're not safe. If you proponent for masking up, quarantine, stay at home, don't do nothing, hey, just know that you're speeding up your demise, your way out, your way of living. So because of the concern of the spread of infection, we're seeing more interest in automation in logistics, distribution, and manufacturing. I actually think it's going to affect virtually every industry in some way, shape, or form. So nobody's safe. That's what he's telling you. Ain't nobody safe. Don't think you're safe. But I got another thing up here. It said, what jobs would people be most surprised to learn can be automated? It said the work of artists. So dang, bud. Y'all already, artists already struggling, broke. The old broke artists. You usually don't make no money until you're dead. That's when your stuff's worth something. So we think of automation as being for the dirty, dull, and dangerous. We don't think of AI as being particularly creative, but we've seen AI compose music, create paintings. The last few years, we've seen so much AI come into portfolio management. That's work that was once seen as requiring very high IQs, critical thinking, judgment. Today, a lot of that can be automated. So yeah, boom, knocking out some more jobs. I mean, some more stuff that I'm sorry, bud, but I got a robot and do it better because he got direct connectivity to the internet. So I mean, he'll be able to do whatever. Whatever you think you can do, he can do it a whole lot better. Okay, and so the one question right here posed: is there a way a person can learn how likely it is that their job could be automated? And if they think they're at risk, what can they do? All right, yeah, so that's what people want to know. What can I do? Man, are they going to get rid of me? It says some organizations are asking their employees, can automation do parts of your job better than you can? And promising them that they will be reskilled for a job elsewhere in the company. Mm-hmm. Reskilled. That's what they promise. Man, don't be listening to people's promises. I'm trying to tell you. Because they can't back them. They ain't got nothing to back them with. It's like America, dead. We ain't got nothing to back it up with. We just got a bunch of debt. Everybody. Flat out KO'd and dead. Get a credit card to pay off a credit card. You know what I'm saying? So, don't be listening to, oh yeah, they're going, oh, we'll reskill you. Reskill? What's that supposed to mean? You got to give me some more information. It said it's essential that employees continuously reevaluate and question their jobs. What is highly repetitive, rules-based work that might be substituted by automation? And what might automation free you up to do that has higher value? Well, I mean, it's going to be doing all the work for you. You're talking about higher value. Don't be posing questions to me. You're supposed to be giving me answers. Man out here just posing questions. And his questions are saying, man, I don't need you. I need this robot. Because, I mean, it's just easier. I ain't got to deal with the noise and the nonsense. So he says, as automation takes off, how do we protect workers and make sure many Americans don't find themselves jobless? He said the way we avoid a jobless recovery, which is not an insignificant risk coming out of this pandemic, is to ensure that we're approaching I said it so much I got tongue-tied. Automation by not just thinking about replacing humans with machines. Not only is that wrong, it can be counterproductive. Now hold on a second. Now, you talking about moving all these machines into that? Oh well, it could be counterproductive just to replace all the humans. I said, hold on, bud. You going against what you saying that we need to do. So there's a large retailer we work with that approached it that way, and they ended up needing to add a lot of talent because the machine required a bunch of new skills around it to operate it effectively. I said, well, yeah, man, you need somebody to work on the machine. Dang, bud, that thing be going around. How are you doing, ma'am? Good. What are you? That thing shut right down on you. So, man, dang, Bob, get out here and work on this thing. Bob, like, bud, no. I want my job back. I'm done messing with that robot. Can't get it to work no way. And what happens if the robot start acting a fool? Go out there and Judy chop somebody, break somebody's arm off. Bust the ACL out. Man, you don't know what a robot's gonna do. So their labor costs went up 30%, not down by 50% they had expected. The mere presence of a robot in a factory creates three types of tasks: someone to install it, someone to operate it, and then someone to maintain it. Organizations that are truly progressive will think about how to keep retraining people to find new ways of getting them to work. Retraining, reskill, and retraining. Now, they tell you that, and then all of a sudden they'll have updates. Well, we got updates now where we can just, kind of do that stuff remotely and get them back going. So we'll have a robot working on a robot. And then, I mean, what are you going to do then? And the final question says, what might the government do? Said, I think UBI, Universal Basic Income, has a real place in this debate because I think we'll go through a period of serious transition, and something like a basic income can help us get through it while at the same time we reskill the population for the new work that's emerging. Okay, so there it went. He went all the way back to it. So what this guy wants is universal basic income while he makes millions. I mean, that's pretty much what he tells you. We need UBI while I make millions. Okay, so in closing, people, pay attention to what's going on. Ain't nobody paying attention enough. Man, these 48, 50 million people that's out of a job, man, don't think that stuff just coming right back. They already trying to figure out how to get rid of you permanently. And some UBI, man, that stuff don't work. Universal basic income, it just ain't gonna work. You just can't have people just sitting around not doing nothing. I mean, it's counterproductive. How long you gonna live? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Your body will be decaying. You won't be doing anything. They ain't gonna give you no good looking salary. Yeah, they might give you $2,000-3,000 a month. You look up, and what you could normally buy for $100 costs you $500. And you be like, dang, Bo, I'm flat out poor. So I mean, all y'all people, I mean, you social distance, wear your masks. Just let you know today over here they're trying to figure out how. Yeah, you can social distance forever. Don't worry about it. Teachers, y'all especially pay attention. If they just moving y'all to all online, it's like, man, I can get a robot just to teach the course. Man, they get uploaded straight to Google, and they got all the information. And then we can tell them what to tell the students. We can program them that way. So it won't be no different in opinions or nothing like that. So teachers, y'all pay attention. Don't think y'all ain't next. I mean, they hear you all the time. They be like, man, the teachers be crying about the paycheck and all that. Don't think they ain't trying to get rid of you. Oh, let's move all of them to online. Yeah. And then you'll be next. So, I mean, keep your head on your swivel, people. I mean, everybody cowering behind their bed and stuff like that. I mean, you need to get out and tell them, no, sir. Not at least during my lifetime. Maybe 300 years from now, but not right now. That's just what I think about it. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. You think we should all just be replaced by robots and just sit at the house and collect, $2,000 a month? I mean, let me know. I mean, that's what some people want because they scared of a little work. I mean, they just flat out scared of it. I mean, they run from it, and that's fine. You can run from it, but dang, I'm trying to better myself, improve my situation. And, you just need to go do something. You're just sitting at the house all the time. It's just like, ugh. I mean, you're just doing the same old thing. So you need to go out, meet people, learn different skills, have different experiences. This is what I think. So I hope y'all enjoyed the comment. Please rate, share, subscribe. Click notification bell for more comments. Yeah, I like comments. More content in the future. Hope to catch you on the next one. Peace out.